Veterans Voices is sponsored by these local businesses.
One word comes to mind when Philip Jackson thinks about his time in the service. It's opportunity. We share this Army veteran's story in this week's Veterans Voices.
I grew up in a really bad neighborhood in Albuquerque, and I barely graduated high school.
Philip Jackson joined the Army in 1973 with just the clothes on his back and $35 in his pocket.
The Vietnam War was going on, so I decided to join the Army because the Army had paratroopers, and the Army had the Rangers, and the Army had Special Forces, and that sounded like fun travel and adventure.
He was assigned to the 82nd Airborne Division, then reassigned to Special Forces. The Army then paid for him to go to school.
I never looked at it as service. I've never looked at it as an obligation. Again, I just looked at it as an opportunity. Who else would let this poor kid from a slum, I barely made it through high school, send me to college, send me to a master's, send me to the contractor schools?
After graduation, Jackson went back to the infantry, then became the company command in the multinational force.
The training was always hard, jump school and Ranger school and Special Forces qualification course. Hard. Duty was hard, but it was exciting.
Then it was Desert Storm and Desert Shield.
I briefed Schwarzkopf and Powell during Desert Storm. I did things that you can't buy. You can't jumping out of airplanes in the middle of the night, rappelling out of helicopters and LZs in the middle of nowhere.
After Desert Cleanup, Jackson was assigned to the Pentagon before retiring for the first time in 1999. But just 2 years later, 9/11, and he wanted back in. He ended up at the Pentagon as a civil servant during the global war on terrorism.
Briefing 4-star generals and Vice Chief of Staff of the Army, working with Congress, briefing the House Ways and Means Committee. Of course, I was just a fly on the wall, but I was there and got to provide input. It was unbelievably rewarding.
He retired for the second time on paper in 2014, but to this day continues to work as a consultant with the Army.
In his more than 50 years with the service, Jackson has attended a plethora of schools and trainings, and he's also earned more than 20 awards. If you'd like to nominate a local veteran just like Philip Jackson for this ongoing series, head on over to our website. That's WJHL.com. Find the Community tab and then click Veterans Voices.